Hi guys, long time no see. Hello. Ooh. I'm here to try to finish up this corset, and I haven't had a lot of time lately. Everything's always going crazy in my life, but I'm here to show you how to figure out where to put the grommets today, and this is probably the hardest thing of all. So if you can do this, you can make a corset. I'm measuring a little bit inside. The piece of light poly boning is right here. That's the little piece of plastic we put in the tube. And so what you want to do is figure out where you're going to put the grommets. You're not going to put them through the plastic boning. You're going to put them a little bit further back. So I'm going to put a pin about a ½ inch in here. And then I'm going to put another pin about a ½ inch in right over here. The grommets that we're going to put in here are little round metal things with holes so you can put your laces in. Then you want to take the measuring tape and put it from pin to pin. It's about 8 inches. So half of that would be 4 inches. Then you put your middle pin in at 4 inches. Or whatever half of that is. Then you do the same thing again. You measure from this outer pin to the middle pin. That's about 4 inches. I really lucked out with this corset because it has such easy to follow measurements here. Sometimes you have to start counting the little dots between the inches. And I'm not the world's best person at math. So, I mean, sometimes that has me flummoxed. I'd be better off if I took a strip of paper from old tractor feed printer paper and just drew the dots in that way, but I'd still find some way to screw it up. Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to put that in about 2 inches. And then I would have, if I put the grommets here, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes to put my laces through. I could do 10 holes. But I think 5 is a good number right now because this is such a simple, light little corset, and it's hard to put in grommets. They're kind of expensive. It takes a long time, but I mean, I could do 10. 10 would really not be that big of a problem for me to do. The next thing you want to do, you want to double check your corset and make sure that these two front pieces are the same length. Pretty good so far. You both go from here to here. Then you just want to do the same thing on the opposite side. You can just follow the other pins. And you just have to keep remembering the grommets have to go someplace where they're not going to hit the piece of boning that you put in here. And I keep saying poly boning, but if you remember, I used cable ties. Okay, so I'm quiet, Jessie. Quiet, Jessie. So I'm looking at the pin here. I'm placing another pin right across from it. Same thing here. Jessie Cat is mad because I'm paying attention to you guys and not him. I'm in trouble now. The kitty cat is mad. Everybody run. Okay. Then you just double check it to make sure they look even, and you can measure it 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. Okay, so I've got this pin a little off. Got 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Then we put away our measuring tape. get out a Sharpie. I'm wearing this crazy outfit because I just got back from the Bristol Renaissance Fair one more time. We still have a few more weekends left before that's gone for the summer. And I'm putting the dots where I want the grommets with my Sharpie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting those a little bit inward so that they don't go over the poly boning, because when you poke the holes you want to poke it through where you made the mark. You can't poke the holes through the boning, and you don't want the mark showing after you put the grommet in. You want that mark to be gone. So let's see if we can get a close-up of that. I've got the pins in there. I've got the dots where I want the grommet. So I've got it lined up so that they're going to be right across from each other, hopefully. Okay. Now that I have the dots in there, the pins can come out. Now let's see what I've got over here. Well, yippee skippy. I think I'm just going to go for broke and try to finish some of this video right now. I'll just show you how to put grommets in. I just have to find a couple of things. I have some sharp scissors. These are really sharp. And I call them thread dippers. I don't know what they call these, what their technical name is. And I have a whole bag of grommets here. These are brass grommets and washers from Fair Lady. Fair Lady is a lady who sells on eBay. I don't know if she still does grommets or not, but I know you can get grommets on eBay, whether they're from Fair Lady or somebody else. And this is the backs. I haven't done this in so long. I'm looking through my grommet making kits and material here. You get these little tools. I think this is all you need. This is a grommet putting tool. And then I showed you 2 bags of grommets that probably look exactly alike to most people. So I'm going to take the little pieces out and I'm going to show you the little pieces. This one's just a flat disc and this one is an outie. So you put one side with the pretty side facing out of the fabric, and this will be facing towards the fabric. And then you're going to put this through the fabric. See that there's 2 pieces there. And it makes a little sandwich thingy. And then you're going to put the tool right in there. That sounds kinky. This is the wrong tool. And then you're going to hit it with a hammer. So which grommet tool do I use? That's the question. I know I used to have one. And then sometimes you can buy a doodad like this, and this just squashes the grommets together. 2 pieces at once. Wow, these look like they're 2 different sizes. What gives? Yeah. Squish. I mean, this is the first time I've done this in ages. I have an awl. It's like a little plastic ice pick for poking holes, but you don't use the awl to poke the holes, you use scissors. So, here we go again. Just take this, poke a hole in it with the sharp scissors, carefully and slowly. Just make a little bitty cut. Then you put a boy grommet through the hole. Then you put a girl grommet on the other side. Then you take it with your smashing tool and smash it. I like to hit these with hammers. I'll go see if I can find a hammer. And Jesse Cat took my place because he's jealous. He's jealous. And he wants me to stop talking to people. Move it, cat. Okay. I gave that a few whaps with a hammer just to secure it in place. Oh no, the little black dot is showing through. That shows up really bad on camera, but it doesn't look too bad in person. And then you just want to neatly get all the other grommets going down the same way. So you can use a pencil at home. You don't have to use a Sharpie. I'm using a Sharpie so that you guys can see this. Okay, I made a cut in here. You don't want your cut too big. You don't want it too small. I've got a boy grommet. I'm putting the boy grommet through here. And my little cut is too small, but that's okay because I'm smushing it around. I'm making it fit. Then you put your girl grommet on top. And taking my grommet smashing tool, be careful how you smash it. Look at it while you're smashing. You don't want to smash a wrinkle in there. Can you see it? There's grommet number 2. That's where the laces go through. Poking my scissors through the fabric. This camera is driving me nuts. It's like left is right and right is left. Give it a little bitty cut. Oop. Maybe I made a cut that was a little too big there. Boy grommet. Girl grommet. Smashy smashy. Be really careful when you take these grommets and give them little taps with a hammer too, because if you hit the grommet too hard, it can get all nasty looking. So I just like to give them really light little taps. Tink, 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 tink. I like to use nicer hammers than this, but since I moved, everything is missing. And I don't know, I'm probably getting out of making corsets, because now that you can buy these everywhere for cheap, it's not worth it for me to make them. I don't do custom work. Working with other humans drives me crazy. So boy grommet, girl grommet, boy grommet, girl grommet, smashing tool. Smashy smash. Truth be told, I could go get a better smashing tool. So, boy grommet, girl grommet. There's a little nub on the smashing tool. That little nub goes into the back. The part that's kind of donut shaped goes on the front. And squish. There you go, grommets. Remember, this is not done until you give it a few whacks with a little hammer. I'll be right back. Okay, this hammer works great on the basement floor with a rug because it doesn't make too much noise, and it doesn't let you whap the grommets up until they look like garbage, which is a habit of mine because I do everything a little bit too much or too hard. Okay. My God, it's like riding a bicycle. It comes back to you. So there's the, I wish using a camera was like riding a bicycle. There you go. So one side has grommets, the other side does not. So I should start this again over here, taking my scissors, cutting a hole. Then if you have an awl and your hole isn't working out big enough, you can just do that. Sometimes that helps, and it's better than making the cut too big. Boy grommet. Girl grommet. Pretty side up. A little nub thing goes in the back. The round, flat, donut-shaped part goes on top. Give it a good squish. Make sure it's not wrinkling your fabric. Worth repeating. Don't cut your fingers when you're doing this. Don't cut too much of your corset. You can always cut more. You can't uncut it. If you cut too much of your corset, you're going to have little raggedy edges sticking out of the grommet, and it will look very unprofessional, and people will notice it and laugh behind your back, and the angels will weep for you. Weeping angels. Is that what you want? Is it now? Is it? Squish. And I bet that you were always scared to make corsets, but now that you watched my video, you're sitting there thinking, well, if a nitwit like Michelle can make a corset, then I can make one too. And you would be absolutely right. Okay, I need taking out my grommets. 3 more boy grommets, 3 more girl grommets. Make sure that the fabric doesn't slide around, or else you'll have extra holes. We don't want extra holes. Weepy angels, I'm telling you. Squish. Boy grommet, girl grommet, squish. Oh look, we're almost finished. We're almost finished grommeting up the whole corset. This would be the perfect time for me to screw up on the last grommet. Squish, cut, cut. What I really need is somebody to hold the camera. And boy grommet on top, girl grommet on bottom. And we take our grommet putting tool one last time. Squishy, squishy. Stop, hammer time. Okay, I already tried this little guy on the mannequin that I made it for, and this corset was a little too tight. So if I was making this for a person and not a mannequin, for someone specific, I would go back and I would slash the pattern and add in more paper, or I mean poster board, or else I would redraw this. And I also goofed up on the sides, so I sewed some bias tape over the sides. But overall, this came out pretty good, not too bad. Nothing major wrong with it. I'll try to post a picture of this on the mannequin too when I post this video. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you some other time. Bye.